I'm super passionate that we should have other people support us in our decision making. In fact, one of the things that will improve our decision making significantly is to have the stakeholders of those decisions be part of them. Sometimes a stakeholder might be someone directly involved in a decision. If you engage someone else into the business, you've sold part of the business, then that person might then be a stakeholder as they bought part of the business. Or your children might be stakeholders because now there's less to inherit. I mean, these are ways that we can look at, what the stakeholders might be in this kind of decision. And the interesting challenge is not to ask people, okay, what should I do? And sometimes we don't even ask them that. They just tell us, right? We know that's how the world goes. I'm thinking about this. Well, I think you should. And so the opportunity is to, because what happens for us as soon as we ask someone, what should I do? And they say, we now have this kind of a bit of an obligation that if we value that relationship, if we think actually in our minds that's a crazy idea, then now we've got some tension and challenging the relationship with them for either not taking their advice or thanks very much, I'll take your advice, and then it doesn't go the way we wanted to, and now it's I wish I hadn't taken that advice from that person. So it's always a challenge how we grapple with these ideas of advice or pointers that people bring forward. What I suggest to people is, of course, it's critical we own our own decisions, and therefore how we can have stakeholders participate, such as these other people, is ask for what are some of the considerations in this decision. So a consideration might be, oh yeah, if you're going to sell equity, that's expensive. That's a consideration. Oh, great. Often that turns into, so make sure you don't do that. And that's advice. So how we can help our conversations with our stakeholders, which might be friends and family. In your case, it might be people in your team. Who knows? What are the considerations in this decision? And also often what might some experience you have, because of course we can also find out more data. So when someone says, don't sell equity, that's expensive, what might be interesting to understand is, oh, well, perhaps you can tell me about your experience in that. And that's then back to their story that they own. They're not putting that on us, but we might then hear some things in that.